As Kevin Hart and Matthew McConaughey would say, all right, all right, all right. Hey, y'all. So I have made a commitment to chronicle this journey to my first Two Comma Club award. I am Fran Harris and very excited. Didn't get a chance to meet a lot of y'all at Funnel Hacking Live in Nashville, but I had a great time. I hope you did too. Hope you took a lot of things away from that. It was an amazing, amazing weekend. So yeah, let's hop in real quick to my first little video on the journey. So I made a commitment to do daily posts, videos, some kind of communication about this journey to my first Two Comma Club award. And the first thing I'm doing is starting today, which is March 1st, is I'm starting a new show, podcast, if you will, called Funnel March Madness with Fran Harris. That is me. And you may think, well, where did you get that idea from? Well, if you know anything about basketball, you know that March is madness. March is March Madness month. And I'm a former basketball player. I played basketball at the University of Texas on an NCAA championship team. I played on the Houston Comets' first WNBA championship team in 1997. So basketball has been in my blood and in my life for a very, very long time. And I thought it would be fun to do Funnel March Madness. So that's what I'm going to be doing. It's going to be 30 days because, are there 30 days? 31 days in March. I'm doing 31 days in March of just chronicling this journey on the Two Comma Club TV journey. So this is all a part of my Two Comma TV because obviously when March is over, then it won't be March Madness anymore and I'll have to think of another theme for April and so forth and so on. So that is what we are about. That is what I'm about to do. So I want to start with one of my favorite quotes. It says, "To know the road ahead, ask those coming back." To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. That is a Chinese proverb that you will hear. If you ever listen to some of my webinars, you will hear me say that a lot. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back. And what it means is, if you want to know the fastest, the quickest way, the most expedited way to get where you want to go, then ask the people who've already done it. Right? And that's really what Two Comma Club X is about. It's about being coached and taught and mentored by people who've already done, excuse me, what you want to do. And for me, that is to do $1 million in 12 months. That is my goal online. So you'll learn a lot more about me, but my background is in television. Started my career as a professional as a sales executive for Procter & Gamble, got some amazing sales training. So you'll hear me sometimes do sales training on my videos, just kind of continuing to sharpen those skills and all the things that I learned in that amazing, amazing experience that I had with P&G. I'm an ESPN announcer. Pardon me. I don't know where this came from. I have an online education company that we are growing, but I'm not going to be working on that during this kind of challenge. Someone else in my company is going to be working on that part of our company, and I'm going to be focused on the first funnel to get us to 2 commas. All right. I decided to do something that I usually do whenever I start a new project, and that is to talk about predictors of success. What are the things that could pretty much solidify the fact that I'm actually going to reach the 2 comma status level, right? And so there were 3 things that I thought about when I started to think about my predictors of success. The first one was, this is one of only 5 programs that I've committed to in my entire life that I felt 0 cognitive dissonance, buyer's remorse for. Like none. I knew I was going to do it. I did it. Haven't thought anything about it. Just let's go. So there's only been like 5 of those in my entire life. The first one, I think I was in my late 20s, maybe 24, 25 or something like that. Or 25, 26, and I was working for P&G. I signed up for this coaching program. This is like in the late 90s. So a lot of that wasn't happening where you were going to sign up for 4 or 5 figure coaching programs. And this program was going to help me transition from working for a corporation to starting my own company. And I paid, I think, somewhere between $3,500 and $4,000, which was a lot of money for my little 25, 6-year-old self. It was a lot of money, but I did it. I had no remorse whatsoever. It changed my life. Signing up for that program helped me to understand that people would pay me for my expertise. So literally, I left a 6-figure compensation package with Procter & Gamble to start my own training, coaching, and consulting company. And it is still in existence today. So again, not very many programs have I bought where I just felt nothing other than this is the absolute best thing and right thing for me right now. But this was one of those things. The second predictor of success is I have no doubt that I can do this. I have no doubt. Like some people say, oh, come on, don't you have some? No, I don't. I have no doubt that I can do this. But here's the thing. Will I? I say that to the people that I coach all the time. I go, listen, I have no doubt that you can do this. Absolutely. But will you? And those are two different things. So I don't have any doubt about my ability to get this done. But will I stick with it? Will I keep doing the things that I'm coached to do to make sure that it happens? That is the question. That's the only thing in question. And yet, my confidence is definitely a predictor of success. And then the third predictor of success is I am successful because I have what I believe is uncommon clarity of purpose. When I decide I am going to do something, I understand why I'm doing it. I do it. I typically do. Most of the things I've attempted, I've succeeded at. So those three things are like my guiding lights to this 2X journey. All right. So there's also a flip side. Those are the reasons that I believe I will be successful. And of course, there is a shadow side to that. And those are the potential barriers to my success. The things that could get in your way, the things that could trip you up, the things that could screw everything up, right? And so everybody has a list of these things. You may not have ever thought about them or written them down, but I challenge you to do that. But I challenge you to look at both your predictors of success, what you perceive those to be, and what your barriers to success are. And for me, one of my barriers to success is that I've had success online. So sometimes when you've had success online, you're like, oh, I already know how to do all this. I mean, I already know how to do this. I know how to do this, right? But remember, my predictor of success is that I'm stepping into learning from the masters in this domain. So just want to put that out there. I have to remind myself, yes, you've had success online, but that doesn't mean a dang thing you haven't had $1 million funnel. So that's kind of how I'm looking at that. The other potential barrier to success, and some of you may identify with this, is that I am a recovering shiny object goddess. Yes, not gonna lie. I have bought more courses and more shiny objects than I care to even admit. A lot of stuff, right? And so sometimes I will buy those things under the guise of research. I'm doing my rabbit ears, research, my air quotes, research. And yes, some of those things were for research or things that I needed. But when I really look at all the shiny objects that I bought, I'm probably using about 10% of them. Just going to be totally transparent on this journey. So I'm a recovering shiny object goddess. I gave up this habit like maybe 5 years ago, but it's still in there. I think sometimes people go, once this, always this. I don't know. But I do know that I need to acknowledge that sometimes I see something, so sparkly, it's so glittery. I think I shall buy that. Okay, I got to keep that in check. And then the third thing is that sometimes I'll skip steps because I already know stuff, right? It goes back to my number one potential barrier to success. I've done a lot. I've done well online, but I keep saying, but you haven't done $1 million funnel. So sometimes I'll skip steps because I'll say, I already know that. And some of you are nodding your heads because you do the same thing, right? You already know that. Oh, I'm past that. Oh, that's not for me, whatever. So I got to keep an eye on those three things, all right? And then my commitments on day one. Number one, daily drop-ins to applaud y'all and to encourage you and to share my journey to help others. A daily post or video of my 2 journey, and then adjust, but don't quit. Those are my 3 commitments. Daily drop-ins to high five you guys, daily posts to keep myself accountable on this 2 journey, and then adjust, but don't quit. So let's talk about what I did today. I finished the intake process. I did everything I was supposed to do on that. I decided which funnel I'm going to slay because I will be slaying that funnel. I watched the 2X videos, and then I had a very hyped conversation with my biz partner who also came to Funnel Hacking Live, and then I'm doing this video. So far, so good. Day 1 of Funnel March Madness in the books. Hope y'all have a great weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace!